Welcome back. We have Shelby Volo joining us from Abbott Wealth Management. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, very good to have you back. And we're talking today about an issue not everybody likes to talk about because nobody really wants to think about getting sick.
Yeah.
But critical illness is something that we do have to think about. If we have something come up that's not expected, you want to be prepared.
Exactly. And I think everyone likes to think, you know, it's never going to happen to me. And I mean, that would be awesome if it doesn't. But I kind of think of it as you're driving a car with no insurance. So you're taking on that liability and that risk. And I mean, for the amount that it costs to insure yourself, it's so minimal. And for people that don't know what critical illness is, it is an insurance product that helps people who are suffering a critical illness. And there is 25 covered conditions. And if you live 30 days past diagnosis, the insurance company will pay you a check and you can do as you please with the funds. And, you know, some people take a year off work to recover because, I mean, if you have cancer, you're gonna need that for chemo, etc. Like, I can't imagine having a mortgage payment and having no incoming income. So I just think this is such a great way to cover off that risk.
So these are the different diagnoses that you can have that will cover off.
Exactly. So obviously cancer, heart attack, stroke, those are the top ones that are being claimed, cancer being number one. And then also, if we look at slide number 2, it kind of puts things in perspective from a statistic point of view of people that are being diagnosed. So you can see right there, 68% of claims are on cancer, which is a very high number for all the 25 that are covered, that is number one, and it takes up a huge chunk.
Tell me this, what if you're diagnosed with cancer and you're not alive in a month because you died so quickly? You don't get your...
You have to live your 31 days past diagnosis. That's the only clause on it. So unfortunately, it wouldn't pay you out in that scenario.
I wonder why that is.
I'm not too sure, but yeah, they put that in there. But I mean, for the claims that we personally have seen, everyone's living past that and they're non-life threatening. So that's also great. And people are so glad that they put this in force because that money is so helpful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Can't imagine doing it without it. And also 1 in 9 women on that chart that was there experienced breast cancer. So, I mean, people are living longer, but they're living longer with illnesses.
Yes.
So it almost doesn't make sense to not have something in force to protect you from that risk.
Yes.
And then if we look at slide 3, it kind of gives you an idea of who's claiming on these products. So you can see that females to males, the percentages of who's claiming, and right now males are claiming more. And the youngest person that's claimed is age 6 for cancer, which is super sad, and then 19 for multiple sclerosis. And the great thing is that you can actually get critical illness insurance for your children too. They don't have to be 18 to get that insurance. So, I mean, that again would take off a huge financial burden because I can't imagine having a kid that suffered a critical illness either because that is lost time from work.
Absolutely it is.
And then if we look at slide 4, it might be kind of hard to see there, but you can see that so many different people are claiming, all age groups, all different professions, nurse 29 being the youngest, educator age 63 being the oldest. And if you look to the right, it shows the benefit payment. So the benefit payment all depends on how much you insure yourself for. The nurse clearly insured herself for $25,000, whereas the educator was $250,000. And then the amount of coverage obviously is going to change your premium. Lower the premium, the lower the amount. So that just depends. But we like to recommend at least 2 years salary because then you kind of have some wiggle room and you're not stressed about coming back to work to get that income going again.
Tell me this, say you get out a 2-year claim, but you really are all better and feeling good after a year. Can you take that extra year off? Or are they gonna come and examine you and say, time to go back?
It doesn't, once you have the check, you do what you want. So if you wanna take 5 years off work, you can do that. It just means no income. So if you insure yourself for 50 grand, you have to make that last as long as you're gonna take it off work.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the next slide here, I kind of did this little mock risk assessment. It's kind of neat. It's a program that you can do on the internet and you type in, so for this instance, I did a smoker, female, age 30. It shows what her risk factors are. So dying before age 65 is 13%. Critical illness before age 65 is 19%. So it is lower, but the beauty is the younger you are when you apply for critical illness, You're not going to have any health issues, most likely, hopefully not. And it's going to be a cheaper premium. So the younger you are, it stays that premium going forward.
The probability of dying, becoming critically ill or disabled before age 65, you're 1 in 2 chances.
Exactly.
That's
it's a huge
serious
number. And disability before age 65, 41%, that's huge.
Yeah, it is.
So, and then the next slide here is just another comparison, non-smoker male age 30. And that shows the exact same thing for him. Yeah, so it's important to, I mean, right when you look at that, you're realizing, okay, there is risk. I may be 30, but I do have risks associated with my age still.
That's right.
Smoker or non-smoker, as you can see there.
Yes.
And then lastly, I was just kind of prepared some little quotes so people really could get an idea of what the premium looks like for this coverage. So for 50,000 non-smoker male age 30, it is $22.19 a month. So less than a tank of gas. And then for a female for the same thing, it's $22.86 a month.
Right, so well worth it.
Absolutely.
Well worth it. And quit smoking while you're at it.
Yes, that's also a good idea because it makes your premium cheaper.
Way cheaper, yes.
Yeah.
All right, Shelby, thank you so much. We are out of time. Some great information today, though.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, always great to have you on. Information on the screen. If you would like to learn more, you can go to abbottwealth.com. Emails there, as well as the phone number 372-3736. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.